Good afternoon, friends. This is Suren, astrologer and a hypnotist. Once again, back with you as I had promised you. We have been talking about, those people who have followed me in the recent past. We have talked about. We started on the journey of talking about spirituality and spiritualism and chakras and many other things related to it. And in our previous videos or in my previous live shows, I talked about the touch. The reason why I talked about the touch is because with the touch we are connected to the creation or the universe, and this is the body is the base from where we rise up. So we talked about the touch of the skin to begin with. How do we feel the touch? How do we touch others? How others things touch us? Whereas uh, skin touch is concerned. And I also emphasize like the basic idea of talking about the touch of the skin was to understand and to press upon the importance of touching yourself, because unless you touch yourself you cannot realize yourself. Unless you touch yourself you cannot accept yourself. Unless you touch yourself you can't take off above. So basically the touch is the acceptance. Touch is like I exist, I am me, that's, and I accept myself. And from there the journey begins. Anyone who is looking at my video for the first time, they can go back on my previous live shows, or maybe they are there on the YouTube also. And if you like something about this one, please press the like button. You may subscribe the YouTube or comment. Like I would love to hear from you. So today why we are here is, or why I am here, is to talk about something very different. Something different that you may not have even read or may not have even heard, or maybe you have done it but then you don't realize it. So my talking to you about would be a kind of a reminder to you, in case you are already aware of what I am talking about. So we are like, from today onwards we are beginning with the eyes. How do this eyes, or how do vision see us, right? Like what is the vision? How do we see things? How others see us? What does the sight does to us? Or how does how do we touch others by eyes, and how do others touch us by their eyes? Now the first thing that we need to understand is that the eyes are just an instrument to look at. Eyes do not see anything. Eyes do not see any image. What the eyes do is to capture the image and send it to the brain. It is the brain that analyze it and the brain that see it. So sometimes what happens is, when some people have the eyes but they can't see it, it's because the light is not coming. Like sometimes the doctor said there is no light. So where is that light coming from? That light is coming from the brain. The brain gives the light to the eyes. Eyes captures the image and send it to the brain. Now what happens when we see something? Let's understand. So let's like I like roses, and when I see roses, what will happen? My eyes will pick up an image. My eyes will pick up an image and immediately send it to the brain. When the brain accepts it, there is a small sensation that happens, and that is a positive or likable sensation. That sensation is the key. Whenever that sensation happens, looks like that we like the thing. If that sensation happens in a negative way, then we don't like the things. When I say I like something, I like looking at something, it could be a face, it could be a dress, it could be a car, it could be anything. So what I mean is that I feel a positive and a likable sensation. That is how the seeing works. Now, the scientists and the professionals, they really understand you. There are so many things that are entirely dependent on your vision, and you don't even know. You are driven, your emotions, your decisions, your buying decisions are driven by your eyes, your vision. How? Whatever you see on the television, that influences you. Whatever you see on the phone influences you. Depending upon the kind of movie that you are seeing, your emotional state will depend on that. Seeing you can make a laugh. Let's say you are seeing a comedy show or a comedy movie, it can make you laugh. It can bring chemical changes in your body. Seeing a horror movie can change your entire like the chemical system of the body, and you can be scared or you can be disturbed. Now, what is happening? Nothing is happening inside the world or outside the world. It is happening inside you. You are feeling scared. It is you who are feeling bad. It is you who are feeling happy. And why you are happy or why you are scared is because you are reacting to whatever you are seeing. Entire fashion industry is dependent on your eyes. That is why there is so much emphasis is given on how the clothes look. It is not about like what fiber they are made of or how they are made or blah blah, whether they are nice or whether they are cool or something. More emphasis is given on how your clothes look. The entire cosmetic industry again looks on like is dependent on the eyes. They will they will do your eyebrows, they will do this and they will do that, and they will bring moisturizer, blah blah. They will do anything and everything to please your eyes. Once it pleases your eyes, their product is sold. So fashion, beauty, car, like automobiles. Even when they have to sell a bread, they bring a woman in to sell a bread. That okay, this is what it is. If they have to sell a cheese, they have to bring a woman or something that pleases your eyes. Anything that pleases your eyes and send a sensation. When you like something, you are actually liking that sensation. You are not liking that face, or you are not liking anything else. You are just liking that chemical sensation that get produced in your mind looking at that object or that thing. The entire video games, the industry of video games is dependent on your eyes, and even at the cost of your eyesight. Or now, like as I mentioned, even the movies, whatever you are seeing in the screen is actually not in the screen. It is coming from the projector behind. You are just seeing a reflection of the projector. But then a film is hit or not a hit depending upon how your eyes react to it. What kind of a chemicals your eyes produce when that movie is watched. The entire industry, the pornography industry, is dependent on the eyes. Without the eyes or without your looking at something, the entire pornography will collapse. The entire industry of pornography will collapse. Now, you may have experienced it, or you may have heard from the others, or you may have known it, that looking is that the touch of the eyes is more of a pleasure than the touching pleasure itself. That is why more and more people would look at pornography than involving themselves in the act. They don't involve themselves in act as much they look at, or the time that they spend watching pornography. The entire industry of books or the magazines, like the cover page, so many people who are highly paid are like they are the one who decide that what would be on the cover page, what color would it be, what shade would it be, because the people, when they look at it, they should realize or they should feel that sensation. Even in a newspaper, that news is put on the top that, like that either makes your pupil short or make them broader by surprise. These are the various things that happens around us. We don't even realize that somebody is taking advantage of our eyes. Now, that is the commercial part. Now, let's move on to our personal space. You look at a cloth, you will end up buying. You like a man, like you look at a man or a woman, you will start liking. Like as they say, the first impression is the last impression. If you really like, now, like let's say I see a woman and I really like her, my eyes really like her. The other person who is standing besides me also looks at her, but he doesn't like her. So what is the difference? The woman is the same. Why am I feeling different than the person standing next to me? That lady, her look is creating some sensation, her image is creating some sensation in my brain which the other person is not feeling. That is the difference. A person likes a particular car model, the other person doesn't like it. You like a person, looking at it, the other person doesn't like it. What is the difference? The difference is my eyes as well as the other person's eyes are sending the same image to the brain. But my brain is creating a sensation that the other person's brain is not creating the sensation. Other person's brain will create sensation for somebody else. Now, how is it and why is it that my brain creates certain different reactions and the other person is different? To understand that, we have to go back into our infancy. So when I was trying to open my eyes, when I was 1 day or 2 days or 3 days old, and I was trying to open my eyes, I had certain images, I had certain light around me. Whatever gave me pleasure at that time, whatever colors, whatever sounds, whatever feelings, or whatever touch gave me pleasure at that time, I will carry that pleasure stored in my mind for always. I will always and always like that image. So let's say my father used to talk loud, or he was very firm, his voice was very firm. But then he really, like his touch, I really liked the touch and he really loved me. So I will be carrying that image of that touch and that light walls. When I grow up, I would like men who have that kind of a sound in them. Right? Why? Because I'm carrying it from the infancy. I think we have already crossed 10 minutes, so it gets boring. I will come back and continue it in the second part. The eyes and the vision and what we see is very, very interesting. And this will help you to understand how you make decisions that you make, why you like what you like, how to enhance your vision, or how to understand what is happening around you. Why do you see, I can look at you at anger. The females can understand it more. Somebody is looking at them and they feel touched and they feel that touch is not good. I mean, why are you looking at me? You are actually, the person is standing at a distance, but the look can make you or that lady uncomfortable. Right? Why? There is a distance, but that look touches and that touch is not good. We'll continue. Thank you very much. If you like what I say, please press the like button, comment, ask questions. I am open to any comments or anything like that. I would like to hear from you guys. I will be shortly back with the second part of it. We'll continue with the eyes. And trust me, there is lot more and there is lot more interesting coming your way. Thank you very much for today. Enjoy yourself. Have a great day. In the meantime, COVID cases are increasing all over the world. So take your own responsibility. Be safe. You are responsible for your own family. Or maybe if you pass on to, this flu to somebody else, and that person gets harmed and their family gets harmed, it's not good. So let's not be a reason of somebody's illness or something tragic. Thank you very much once again. I'll be back as I promised. Enjoy the day.